Blitz on 2 starts now.
How's it? A big weekend of football on tap. Welcome into week 1 of the Blitz on 2. I'm Dan Fanning.
And I am Alexandra Cox. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for this week's Game of the Week voted on by you. You have a battle of Clements Ferry versus Mathis Ferry. Philip Simmons at Lucy Beckham. Bengals beginning the year tonight after being canceled in week 0. Lucy Beckham up 28-6 when we arrive. Iron Horses back. Jeremiah Richardson can't find a hole, so Philip Simmons has to settle for 3. Bengals now up 28-9. Hayes Goddard with the keeper, but he gets sacked by Beckham's Justice Scott. Goddard trying again to find an open man. He sees one in the end zone, but it is the wrong team. That's an interception by William Helmley. Lucy Beckham gets it done in a dominating fashion. 67-6.
Anyway, South Florence and Somerville, because of the breaking news that we had earlier tonight in Somerville, we did not have the highlights, but if we go to the final score, as South Florence goes on the road, they come down to Somerville, and they come out with a 1-point victory. I guess we don't have that final score. Anyway, South Florence, they win in overtime, 22-21, your final score. Somerville drops to 1-1 on the season. Moving on, a big road win by Berkeley this past Monday over Ashley Ridge earned the Stags our first win of the week. Allie, take it away.
And Berkeley, Central Florida native Eric Lodge hosting a team from Central Florida tonight in Winter Park. The Stags playing host to Winter Park. Henry Rivers hands it off to LJ Washington. LJ right in your living room. He would score for the Stags, and the Wildcats end up coming right back. Mr. Do-It-All, Henry Rivers, having a great night. 2 rushing touchdowns on the night. But Winter Park coming right back. Look at this 56-yarder by Winter Park. Wildcats, like I said, they answer. It's 8-6 ball game. They missed the PAT. But the Stags coming right back. There we go. Henry Rivers rumbles his way into the end zone. That right there is his second rushing tutty of the night. With 1:16 to play in the first, Berkeley gets it done in a knockdown, drag-out win over Winter Park. The score to that one, 52-46.
And back to Dorchester County we go. Cane Bay and Ashley Ridge doing battle tonight. Trevor Kalis throws it right in the hands of big man Jonathan Rose. Rose with the great pick 6. Cane Bay going in. They go up first. I guess, let me see, Ashley Ridge would have to come back and settle for 3.
Yep.
10-0 Cobras. Cane Bay airs it out to number 11, hauled in right there. Ashley Ridge, they would come back to win this ball game 37-23, your final score.
And Stratford on the road outside of Clemson at Daniel. Bear with us, we weren't sent a shot sheet. Number 26 for Daniel with a catch and run. He eats up yards after the catch, gets inside the 20-yard line. 26 still making things happen, this time on the ground. He rumbles into the end zone for the score. Again, we don't know what that made it. Try for 2 was good.
It'd be nice if they sent us some information.
Stratford senior late in offense had it humming tonight. Jakin Davis connects to JQ Crosby for the score. Stratford wins it 42-26 over Daniel.
Emphasis on the senior-laden offense. Yeah. James Highland began the 2025 campaign with an impressive win over Gray Collegiate on Monday.
The Trojans trying to pick up another win in the backyard tonight, this time against Hilton Head.
Jamar McCoy up 10-0 at the beginning of the second quarter. Watch big Rob Grant here off the edge. Chases down the ball carrier for the TFL. Later in the drive, errant snap slips through the Seahawks QB's hand. He tries to make something out of nothing. Watch this. Jasavion Brown hauls in the errant pass. What can Brown do for you, Jasavion? Reservations for 6, 17-0 J.I. Seahawks go 3 and out on their next drive. James Hurto, hello Joseph, my brother in attendance.
No.
James Hurto. Watch this return right here by James Hurto. Fields about the 50, follows his blocks. They wanted a block in the back. There was no flag called. Nice gain, nice return by James Hurto. However, J.I. will be backed up 3rd and 53 because of penalties. They would go on to throw an interception. Here comes Hilton Head's quarterback right here. Pump fake, has nothing there, scrambles up the middle, first down, Hilton Head on a drive, first and goal inside the 10. From there, the quarterback would take it in himself. Another play action, tries to find an open man, rumbles into the end zone. He would get hurt, but he scores. That made it 17-8. The final score, I believe, James Island went on to win 31-8. And we're just getting started on tonight's OT.
When we return, we check in on some other low country matchups. Wando at Hanahan, Goose Creek at Fort Dee, so please stay with us.
And welcome back into the OT with Alexander Cox. I'm Dan Fanning. We've yet to have a low country one-on-one team versus a low country one-on-one team until now.
Wando knocked off Socastee Monday at home. Hanahan went on the road to upend Philip Simmons, who would go on 2-0 this season.
Packed house at Wiley Knight Stadium for this one. Tie game at 14 at the break. Third quarter, Hawks backed up deep in their own territory, try to get the pitch off. They do not. It's a safety, I think, who we got, Ben Eckenberry with the tackle. Then later, that ensuing drive, Sam, whoever's running the prompter, stay with me. Ensuing Warriors drive, handoff to Corey De La Costa. Corey rumbles up the middle for a first down. Later in the drive, handoff to Jake Glassberg. The muscle hamster rumbles in. That makes it 23-14 visitor. Wando holds on. In the end, they go to 2-0 with a 23-20 win. That's your final.
And over to the Creek. Goose Creek falling 14-15 to Fort Dee. That would be your final. 15-14, Goose Creek falls.
Over to Jack Caney Stadium, the Battling the Bishops of BE taking on St. John's. Dan Sear of the Red Rifle. Quinn Mahoney hands it off to Mitchell Plaisance. The senior running back is in for the score. BE goes up early. Mahoney back up. He fakes the handoff. Instead, airs it out to Ben Turner. Turner, the burner, flipping his way into the end zone. He gets in. The Battling the Bishops up 14-0 after a safety. BE pounds the rock, running the ball tonight. They would go up 22-0 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Head coach Logan Hall had his squad rolling tonight. I reached out to head coach Logan Hall, waiting to hear back for the final score. BE wins. They go to 1-0 this season. Oceanside schedules one of the toughest non-cons in the low country against non-region in the low country every year.
Land Sharks on the road tonight in Savannah against Calvary Day, a game that's streamed on CountOn2.com.
And there were points aplenty in this one. Aiden Monavian and the Land Shark offense down 14-7. Airs it out to Terrence Johnson. You see him buying time. TJ makes a miss. In for the TD. Touchdown Land Sharks. That made it 14-14. Later in the third quarter, 28-31. Oceanside is down. Monavian to Tyler Garner. Then watch Garner does the rest. Whoop! Bounces out of a tackle. Bounces out of another tackle. 30-20, 15-10, 5, touchdown Oceanside, a 90-yard pitch and catch. That made it 35-31 Oceanside. Monavian to Terrence Johnson one more time. I think they say it right here on the broadcast. Terrence, that was his fourth touchdown in the ball game. That made it 42-38. However, Oceanside, they could not hold the lead as Calvary Day. They come back. They take this ball game. Your final score, 59-49. Cross big winners over Calhoun County in week 0, venturing down to Charleston County to take on North Charleston. Cougars first drive. CJ Furby back to punt. Fake. Eludes the rush. Able to scamper for the first down. That's nicely done by the QB, but the drive would stall. Trojans first possession. Tyler Harris swings it over to Caden Ramsey. Ramsey muscles his way for a first down. Wow, Caden is a baller. That leads to this. Next play, handoff to Makai Green. Green has plenty of green grass in front. Scoots in for the opening salvo as he ran into the end zone, said it's too easy. 7-0 cross. After the Trojans pick off a Furby pass, watch this play by Caden Ramsey. Corrals the middle screen, tries one side of the field. Nothing there. Reverses field, and he is gone. Ramsey set to commit a week from this Monday. The Gamecocks are high on him. You see why right there. Cross, they come down to North Charleston, and they go back to Cross with a 37-6 win.
And it's a battle of the Magnets, Academic Magnet hosting Military Magnet. Military's quarterback Dontavius Johnson throws it right to Academic Magnet's Trip Bates. Bates with the interception. Raptors looking to make good on the INT. Quarterback Owen George calls his own number. He finds the back of the end zone to get his Raptors up 7-0 with 4 to play in the first. Military Magnet trying to get the run game going, but the Raptors defense not giving much way. That's back-to-back Academic Magnet sacks. Big one right here. It was all Academic Magnet all day as they get the 28-0 shutout.
Now to the Skeezer ranks for a battle of state champs.
Pinewood won the 3A crown last season. Hammond once again reigning supreme in 4A.
To the Midlands we go, the Skyhawks and the Panthers. Hammond got off to a slow start in this one, turning the ball over twice in the first half, but it was their defense that kept them in this game as Silas Bronner and the Panthers offense trying to do something. I guess the running back Grayson Slago bottled up right there at the line. Fast forward, the offense would finally find some rhythm as Levi Myers takes the draw, play action to the outside, finds some space. He would not be denied as he finds his way into the end zone. Hammond, I guess they scored. I don't know what that made the score. They will certainly get the crowd into this game at Hammond School. The offense would take that momentum into the second half and find the end zone yet again. This time it would be Cade Amell with the quarterback keeper. Unfortunately, they did not send us much Pinewood highlights. Pinewood, they fought hard, but they fall by 4, 20-16, your final score.
And Porter Gowd trying to run their record to 3-0 against Savannah Country Day. Hornets quarterback Thomas Holland keeps it himself, but in comes Cyclones Allen Chisholm for the big takedown. Second quarter offense starts to get going. Cyclones quarterback Scott Tibbles sees an open lane and calls his own number. He will not be denied, muscling his way in to the end zone. Porter Gowd striking first 7-0 later in the second half. Hornets begin to find their rhythm. Holland steps back and lets it fly.
I don't know if you noticed, 27 for the quarterback. I don't know if I've ever seen a quarterback wearing 27.
Okay, wide receiver Peyton Bean climbing the ladder with a man on, and he comes up with a big first down. Later in that drive, Country Day, they finish it with the same duo, Holland to Bean again, this time for the score. Country Day beats Porter 14-7.
And we will be back after this with our play of the night. Also, Allie has something special for the Blitz on 2. Allie?
She's got game. It's our new feature featuring women's teams. This time we have the Lucy Beckham Bengals cheerleading squad, so stick around to hear more about them.
And welcome back into the Blitz on 2. While the high school teams that we feature tonight deserve a lot of attention, they aren't the only ones who do at their respective schools.
She Got Game, sponsored by Shelley Leak Law Firm.
The Lucy Beckham Bengal cheerleading squad is one of the most competitive in the state.
Oh, it is a complete honor and a privilege to be a part of the squad. This year we had about 70 girls try out. We ended up taking around 45, so it is pretty competitive. We do look for standing tucks on varsity, standing multiple handsprings for JV, and then running layouts, running tucks on both squads. So it takes a commitment outside of tryouts to be prepared for us, and just really starts off the season the ground running.
After falling to runner-up in the 2022 competition year, the Bengals came back with more desire than ever to hoist that state championship trophy.
So that whole season, we were working really hard to win because we knew the feeling of how it felt to lose. So we were very motivated. And right after we performed our routine, it was the best routine we'd performed all season. We were waiting and really hopeful. And right when we heard the second place team, we all just started crying and grabbed arms. And when we heard our name called, it was one of the best moments of my life. It was the most amazing feeling. We were all crying, jumping up and down, and we've really been able to take that same excitement and motivation into the seasons to try to get another state title.
While the trophy was a dream come true for all of the girls, it is the bonds built inside those walls and getting to represent the school they love that means the most to them.
I love cheerleading and I love being able to lead my team in this sport because I'm able to play a very vital role in the community while representing this cheer program and my school. It's really fun to come together with teammates, and while the season's very difficult, we're still able to have fun together and grow bonds with one another.
And Allie will have another feature coming up next Friday night. We go back to cross for our play of the night. Who else but Caden Ramsey? Watch this. I'm sure he probably had a number of other plays tonight, but how about this? He fields the middle screen, then stiff arms a couple guys, rumbles in. Nicely done, Caden Ramsey again. He will commit to a school a week from Monday. It appears South Carolina, maybe Georgia Tech. Allie wants it to be LSU, but I don't know.
Caden.
If that's
Come on, Caden.
Speaking of LSU, as we look ahead to tomorrow, LSU and Clemson play in one of, if not the biggest games in week 1 on the college season up in Death Valley, depending on which Death Valley you look at. 7:30 Clemson LSU. The Citadel, they have a big one as well as number 1 North Dakota State comes into town. Also Texas, Notre Dame.
Texas, Ohio State. Texas, Ohio State. That's going to be a big one.
But we looked ahead to Sunday also. South Carolina, they go to Atlanta to take on Virginia Tech. We also have Coastal Carolina. They're on the road at Virginia.
Charleston Southern, Vandy.
Southern, Vandy. Also Walford, Charleston Southern. Walford, SC State.
Yes, so, jam-packed football weekend.
Allie will have you covered tomorrow and also Sunday with all the college action. Stick around next week for all the high school action. Thanks for watching this evening of the Blitz on 2. We'll see you next Friday.